Hello and welcome to FPL Focus, and it is time to get into this last group of the Euro 2020. But before we do, please do smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and thanks for watching, guys. So we're going to get into it. Hi to Nuclear Atoms in the chat, thanks for joining us, bro. We're going to get into Group E, this last group, quite an interesting group, and then also at the end, as a little surprise, I'm going to open a Panini sticker collection. Whatever players come out, take it as a sign of players to pick. We shall see. See who comes out. Could be Harry Kane, then that's fine. I've already got him. Right, so first up, it's Poland. And it is Slovakia first for them. So probably the easiest game in that group, bar Sweden, but Sweden probably a bit better than Slovakia now, then Spain, then Sweden. Squad wise, we are going to David De Gea in goal, Robert Sanchez and Unai Simon. So David De Gea, the clear favourite there. A good choice possibly in this group. Could keep a clean sheet, could rack up some save points, but I think there are a lot of other favourite goalkeepers out there, but something to consider for sure. And then we go down to the defence, guys. We've got a popular choice here in Jordi Alba. He's a green, so that means he's going to start. Those are the sort of players you want to look at, but nothing is set in stone. I know a lot of the teams are actually playing friendlies in the lead up to this tournament, so keep your eye on them friendlies, because that could tell you a lot about what the manager's favouring. We've got Azpilicueta in there, who's had a fantastic season, very experienced and very well. Nuclear Atoms just quickly in the chat saying no one from Poland choose except Lewandowski, but even he didn't start in terms of friendlies. Exactly, and neither did my favourite Polish player, who I'll go on to talk about shortly, didn't start either, which upset me, but I've got another friendly to keep my eye on and hope. He's been named in the squad, but we'll get on to that. Also, we've got Eric Garcia there looking at a move to Barcelona. Very reliable defender. Will he be a star? Jose Gaya. Emerick Laporte choosing Spain as his national option. He's in there. We all know about him from Man City. Could be dangerous on set pieces from corners, getting his head to the ball. Diego Llorente, another good player. And Pau Torres is a very popular choice in the game. Whether it be this fan team game or the other Euro game, Pau Torres is definitely a good player to have. And then we move into the midfield. Sergio Busquets, experience, but don't think he's a starter, but definitely a player that Spain can go to for experience, to see out the end of games. They got Koke in there of Atletico Madrid, Marcus Llorente, Dani Olmo, Mikel Oyarzabal, Pedri, Rodri, who could be a good starter as a defensive pivot in there, Fabian Ruiz, Pablo Sarabia, good player. Thiago, we all know about, been at Liverpool. Ferran Torres, good choice. Adama Traore, interesting to see how much game time he gets. Will Adama Traore be used exactly the same as he's been used for Wolves? Like as a super sub, someone that comes on. I mean, even if you chose him and you knew that he was going to come on, he'd probably get you some returns. He's that so attacking, but obviously we all want to be looking at the starting players, don't we? So yeah, players like Koke, Llorente, Rodri, definitely. I think Thiago will probably get in there. And then we move to up front. We've got Alvaro Morata and Gerard Moreno. Both have had good seasons. Gerard Moreno particularly, but we do believe that Morata will start ahead of him. A few stats. So Morata in the Euro qualifying, he played 6 games and scored 4 goals, so not bad. And then the World Cup qualifiers, which was a year before that, so it was a while ago. No, sorry, it was after that. So Euro qualifiers were first. Now the latest, this is the latest. So World Cup qualifiers, the latest. Matches 3, 1 goal. So not amazing, but Morata is obviously up there, and I think a lot of their goals come from the midfield. For Juventus though, Morata has played 32 games, scored 11 goals and had 9 assists. So for Juventus, Morata, very involved, very dangerous. He could be a big player at this tournament. Right then guys, next team we will go on to is Slovakia, obviously playing Poland first, then Sweden and then Spain. Nuclear Atoms in the chat saying Pau Torres is the popular choice. Yeah, absolutely. Spain is a very balanced this time, unlike the World Cup. I'm still angry that Enrique chose Eric Garcia over Nacho Fernandez Asensio, he says. The Real Madrid super sub didn't get picked. No, a lot of Real Madrid players out of favour there. Very interesting to see that. He says, I'm interested in Gerard Moreno and Dani Olmo. They could be nice differentials. I agree. Moreno I looked at straight away. Because I knew from Arsenal playing them in the Europa League how dangerous Moreno was and how highly they talked of him, and obviously looked up his stats daily, and I thought for the Euro he'd be a great player. The only thing that does put people off is that we don't know if he starts ahead of Morata. But as you say, differential, absolutely, because if he starts it could pay off massively. Absolutely a player to keep your eye on, Gerard Moreno, as Nuclear Atom says in the chat. So yeah, keep your eye on him. Right now, Slovakia. I'll give you this. I've got Dubravka as my substitute goalkeeper because I'm pretty sure he's going to play all the games for Slovakia. So a good rotation player. Just on my bench, defence-wise, they've got starting Thomas Hubakan, Pekarik, Satka, Skriniar. I'm not too great on Slovakia. The only players I really knew was Hamsik, who I know in the midfield he's gone off the boil. He's not been doing well at club level anymore. Used to play for Lazio, no longer. It looks like they got Duda in there. They've got Kucha, Lobotka and Mack as the starters ahead of Mr. Hamsik. But again, Vladimir Weiss and Hamsik, two experienced players, probably be coming in to see out the job for some of their games. But they're interesting players. And then up front they've got Bosniak and Duriz and Shroud. So Bosniak looks like starter and Michael Duriz. Let's move on to the next exciting team, which is Poland. Fixtures: Slovakia first, Spain, then Sweden. Then we go to their squad. So we obviously know about the goalkeepers there. We got Lucas Fabianski. We know all about him. Flappy Hansky, as a lot of people call him. But he is an Arsenal FA Cup winner, so I'll be forever grateful for that, Mr. Fabianski. And then we got Szczesny there. Juventus goalkeeper. Looks like he might be on his way out, but that's a transfer rumour. We'll see. But I think Szczesny starts there for sure. He'll be first choice. Good goalkeeper to have. And in this group, yet again, like De Gea, could do well. Could do well. Jan Bednarak of Southampton. He's got mistakes in him, hasn't he? But he can play well. But we know about his mistakes from the Premier League. Barositsky. We've got Dawi Dalswich. We've got Glick. Glick we know about. Likes to get forward, actually, Glick. Helik there. Kedziora, Patrowski, Pushash, Rybus. Plenty of defenders to choose from, but you got the greens there. You know how it works. And then into the midfield, the greens are Krauswiak. I can't pronounce that, but he's a good player, Gregors Krakowski. I just can't pronounce it. I know I'm saying it completely wrong, but I'm sure you guys all know exactly who he is. Very good player. Karol Litnetsky, Modar is a standout player as well. Zielinski likes to get forward very well as well. Slovakia is going to be one of the whipping boys in the tournament, says Nuclear Atoms. And he says Poland isn't that impressive. Also, they'll be one of the teams everyone will attack. I'm sure they will. And then we're going to go on and talk about my player pick up front. And it is not Lewandowski, because we know he beat Gerd Muller's record in the Bundesliga. But a player that I like is Arkadiusz Milik. Milik, I love. I just have nothing but good memories of him playing for Poland. He's in my draft. I'll give you that, guys. We will look at that in a couple of days. We're getting to fun for drafts. But Milik, in the Euro qualifiers, he's played 4 matches, scored a goal, got an assist. So he's always involved in the World Cup qualifiers. Played 4, scored 1. I just like that he helps out Lewandowski and is always very involved. Marseille's played 15 games, 9 goals and 1 assist. So he's sort of, you know, just above average really for getting attacking returns, which I like. Welcome Sean FPL to the chat. Good to have you here, bro. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, my little dark horse, guys, who I'm going to go with is Milik. That's who I'll be having up front along with my other big hitters. So that's just me. That's my pick. That's who I do think is going to do well. And yeah, next team then, guys, is obviously Sweden. Fixtures: Spain first, toughest game for them. Slovakia, then Poland. Even if Lewandowski doesn't play, says Nuclear Atoms, he isn't surrounded by good players who will create for him. No, it's a shame about the Poland squad. They used to be quite good. They're not quite that good, but I do expect them still to do okay with Lewandowski leading the line. A few experienced heads at the back. But let's get into Sweden, guys. So it looks like their goalkeeper's got to be Nordfeldt in there. That's what they're saying. Defender, they've got Ludwig Augustusson, Marcus Danielsson, Andreas Granvist, Philip Helander, Pontus Jansson, Emil Kraft, Victor Lindelof, we know from Man United. Michael Lustig used to play in the Scottish Premier League, a wing back, so likes to get forward, but I don't know how he's faring these days. Getting on a little bit, Lustig. Martin Olsen getting on as well. He likes to get forward. Remember, he used to be quite an alright player, but probably getting on a bit now. So interesting to see how he performs. Midfielders for him: Victor Clausen, Emil Forsberg, I think, is a standout name there. They haven't got him as a green, but I'd expect him to start. Sebastian Larsson, I do believe, is on penalties, guys. So if you're looking for someone on penalties, Sebastian Larsson, scoring a penalty the other day, I do believe. Svanberg, Gustav Svensson. That about sums up the midfield. And then it's all about the guy up front, isn't it? Alexander Isaac. Got a few stats here. We've got Marcus Berg up there, but a few stats for Alexander Isaac, guys. So in the Euro qualifiers, he's played 10 matches, scored 3 goals in the Euro qualifiers, that is. And in the World Cup qualifiers, Isaac has had 2 matches and 1 goal, so that's not bad. And then for Real Sociedad this season, Isaac has played 34 matches, 17 goals and 2 assists, so very heavily involved, scoring quite a few there, and he could well be a player to watch out for there in Sweden. So yeah, that rounds up the last group, guys. Next, I will be getting into doing drafts and that. In my next video, I'll be doing some drafts, having a look at my team. I'm excited, absolutely excited for that. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, guys. Helps me out. I'm so enjoying my content at the moment. So let's get on to it then. Let's open this packet, shall we, of stickers and see what we get inside. Take this as a sign for players to pick in the Euro. Let's see who we get. Oh, Russia. Ionov and Kuzayev. And we have got a Slovakia player, which goes with the video, really. We've got Skirnia. So get him in, guys. Scott McTominay and Callum McGregor. Portugal's Renato Sanchez and Callum McGregor of Scotland. Take from that what you will. I thought I'd do it just to be funny. Should we open one more pack? One more? Just one more. Right, one more then. See if we can get some sort of better players. No offence to the guys that were in there. Let's have a look. Oh, that's got it. Whoa. Oh, this is a sign. We've got shiny Italy badge. Get your Italy assets in. I think that's a clear sign. We've got some Joes. We've got Julian Jaxler, Emre Can. Here is a sign. He's already in my squad. Memphis Depay. Get him in. Goalkeeper, Rui Patricio of Portugal. And then Lustig, who I talked about, and Lindelof. Lustig getting on a bit, as I said earlier in the video. So maybe not him, but definitely some Italy players. And Memphis Depay I would recommend for sure. So yeah, that wraps the video up, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you all for the support. It means so much. And yeah, we'll get some drafts out to you next video. Thanks for